Welcome back to the Network Marketing Magazine and my column. This is September 2023, and I could not be more thrilled to have John Melton in the house with me. And yes, the column is called The Power of Women in Network Marketing, but powerful women also reach out to men to network and collaborate. And, we're not exclusive. So I wanted John, and although you don't see her, his beautiful and brilliant wife, Nadya, is with him in connection and in collaboration on this topic today of team building. And you really are going to want to hear what John has to say, because get this. I always talk about the fact that only 3% of entire network marketers make more than $200 a year. John and Nadya are top 50 earners in the entire profession. They're in the top 50. They're the top 3 in their company, and they're members of the Network Marketing Hall of Fame. I think they've got something to tell us about how they've unlocked the network marketing industry and how they teach their team to unlock it too, so it actually produces the prosperity that we're all promised. John, thanks for taking a moment. I know you've got another interview coming up too, that you're so in demand because we all want to pick your brain. So, what's the first thing that you discovered that would make a difference for you and your team in attracting more team members?
Well, one of the things that we discovered years ago, because we were doing the old school offline thing for about 10, 11 years, and we were always leading with the opportunity. And about 10 years ago, we started to really pay attention to social media and attraction marketing and how to, generate leads and sales online, and then just ask that extra question. Meaning, instead of prospecting everyone for the business, we started prospecting people for the products. Now, I'll be very transparent. I still love recruiting. I love leading with the opportunity, but from a duplication standpoint, it's easier for the average person getting started that maybe doesn't have a lot of confidence. They don't have a lot of business contacts. For them to go out there and lead with the product, create curiosity around the product, generate leads and sales for the product, and then in turn promote the opportunity and ask that extra question like, hey, I'm going to add you to this group so you can learn more about the products we love, how they work. You can check out some testimonials, but would you also like to take a look at the opportunity and how we make money promoting the products? No worries if not. So you're planting that seed on every product conversation. And like last year, as an example, and our business is pretty big, right? We have a really big team. But last year, I still out-recruited my entire team. I recruited 122 people last year. And I love recruiting. I love talking about the opportunity. But a lot of those people, Stacy, they initially raised their hand about our product. They raised their hand requesting information about the product. And then I asked them that extra question. And it's amazing how that paradigm shift years ago, not only did we create better results and recruit even more so than we already were, but we started to see a lot more duplication, because at the end of the day, it's easier for the normal everyday, brand new network marketer, part-time network marketer to acquire 5, 10, 15, 20 leads a month, customers a month, right? Get that many customers.
Yes.
In fact, I have some people on my team, they get 50, 100 customers a month. But let's just say they're getting 20, 30, 40 leads a month. Maybe they're converting 5 to 10 of those leads into customers. That's a lot easier for normal everyday people than it is for them to go out there and recruit 5 to 10 people a month.
Good, easier and more comfortable, because I'm all about expanding the comfort zone, not going outside of it. Yeah. And you said the key word for me, creating curiosity, which means a different type of sharing about the product than just posting pretty pictures of a product in a box, right? Or in a can, or yes. So how do you, feel free to share anything you want, how do you create curiosity about your products?
Well, we teach our teammates when they're getting started to create curiosity around a couple hero products. Because I think one of the challenges you see sometimes, especially with companies that have a lot of products, like the company we're with, they have like 80 products. You can't sell everything. And, yeah, some of those products might be sleeper products. They might be awesome, but they don't get a lot of attention on social media. So there's a few products that we know people pay attention to. People always ask, like, what is that? How's it work? So we teach people to do like unboxing videos. We teach people to tell their story. We teach people to do some funny videos like reels or TikToks if they're ready for that. And kind of like what you said, I don't try to get people to do things they're not willing to do, especially when they're brand new. Like if someone's like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to do a live video. I'm not going to push them to do that because I know what's going to happen is they're going to end up saying, hey, this isn't for me, because they don't want to do it. They don't want to make a TikTok or a reel yet. Now, some people will, some people won't. So you try to figure out, what are they willing to do? Are they willing to reach out to some of their warm market and ask them to take a look at the products? Are they willing to post? So you try to figure out like what they're willing to do and customize that conversation pending on their level of commitment, their goal, what they're trying to accomplish, which product are they excited about, and then what they're actually willing to do as far as action steps. But at the end of the day, you talk about the benefits. You tell your story. Why are you excited about this product? What does it do? How does it help people? And you rub salt in the wound. What does that mean? Talk about the problem. Because everybody's got problems, right? You're not really selling a product. People don't buy toothpaste, they buy white teeth, right? They're looking for the solution, but you have to talk about the problem. Oh, I think I lost you, Stacy.
No, you did. You lost me, but it's okay. We got you. You're on a roll, and I want people to hear you.
Yeah. So that's the thing that's so powerful, is once people learn to market themselves and build that know, like, and trust with their audience, and they get comfortable promoting the product and telling their personal story, facts tell, stories sell, right? Now, some people will say, well, I don't really have a story on the product yet. I'm not really, I didn't lose a lot of weight, or I'm not real. I just got on the product. I haven't had a good experience yet. I mean, it tastes good, or, I've used it, for 3 days in a row, but nothing yet. I think then you just got to get really good at telling people why you're trying these products, why you decided to get started, share other people's testimonials, share other people's stories until you have your own. It's the same thing when we talk about, building this business when you're brand new. You don't have to be confident. You have to be courageous. You got to take action, right? Even if it's messy action, but you can borrow your upline's confidence. Don't be a fool, use a tool. Your upline is a tool. The testimonials are tools. Like, there's tools in place to help you when you don't have a story yet, when you haven't created results on the product or in the opportunity, you haven't rank advanced, you haven't started, earning a check with a comma yet. But in the beginning, it is easier to lead with the product and get those first 5 to 10 customers. That's what I teach my new recruits. I'm like, listen, let's go get your first 5 to 10 customers, and let's go identify your first 1, 2, maybe 3 distributors. In our company, we call them social marketers, because I think, you still want to encourage people to recruit. You still want to encourage them to talk about the opportunity, but we know that a lot of people are maybe uncomfortable talking about the compensation plan or the business opportunity when they're brand new. So you try to get them to at least take those basic steps and creating some conversations, but also creating some curiosity, right? To get people to raise their hand.
Okay, good. You're still there. You're still there. Okay, good. Sorry about that, folks. No, I love this. Don't be a fool, use a tool. And what I was about to put up as well is what you said about use curiosity to start conversations.
Yeah.
And that's exactly it. No, the way I say it, John, is teachers and preachers preach to people. And we're taught to sit in the audience and listen and not engage, right? So when I see posts where people are saying what you should do, right? They're putting it all out there. Okay, people may read that, but for the most part, they're trained to just sit and listen.
Yeah.
When we talk about benefits without showing the product, when we ask questions, people then say, oh, they want me to respond. I get to share my opinion. I get to ask back. That's the way that conversations begin.
Yeah.
And I love that.
And you
That's
build up the
exactly.
trust, right? You build up the trust. Like
Absolutely.
if someone likes you, they're more likely to buy from you.
That's right. That's right. That's it. No, like, trust. Well, I've been watching you for years. You didn't know. I just kind of sitting on the side and um, loving the way that you put things out into the world, information out into the world. Loving how so many of my friends are on your team and love you and Nadya because you've made it comfortable for them to hop on where it feels right for them.
Yeah.
And I would say that more than anything, just from outside watching,
Yeah.
means more as a team leader. If we were going to share with people anything, it's help people feel comfortable. Don't tell them what to do. You can show them how we do it, but don't expect them to be as comfortable doing what we do. So let's make it possible for them to do what they can do very well. So any last thoughts that I didn't ask you about, but you wanted to make sure you share with people about team building? And then I want to talk about the gift that you have for everybody.
Yeah. Well, and I was going to say, and I think it's really hard because so many people have had a not so great experience in network marketing, right? I always talk about that MLM PTSD, where you finally build up some momentum, you build up with a little team, and there's either a lot of pressure from the upline or from the company to like do things a certain way and not allow people to build their own brand or to have to always like be posting and promoting, and there's just a lot of like moving parts. And I just think if you can simplify the exposure process and show people different ways to build their business without it feeling like they have to work 8 to faint. Like they can actually still be a mom, and they can still have a job and build this around a busy schedule and not have to like sacrifice their soul for a paycheck and be bathing in the Kool-Aid like some of these companies, man. They really put the cult in culture, you know what I'm saying? So we wanted to create an environment where people could be themselves and build in a way that's authentic to them, and not feel the kind of pressure or have that cutthroat type experience. I know that I've had, other people have had, in this industry, and it's an amazing industry, but there's been some bad actors, bad characters, if you will, that have kind of ruined it. That have made it really hard for the rest of us because there's a lot of bullies, there's a lot of egomaniacs, there's a lot of companies out there that have really damaged our profession. I mean, the last company I was with, Stacey, a company called Vima, they were shut down literally 10 years ago. 8 years ago, 2015. 8 years ago this month, they were shut down by the Federal Trade Commission. And just like that, I lost a multiple 6-figure income, 7,000 people on my team all over the world. And just like that, gone. And it just was like, what? Like, God must like want me to go do something else, because it just seemed like, I had my first company shut down, another company we left after 7 years, and they came after us and tried to sue us for 2.5 million. And then the next company gets shut down by the Federal Trade Commission. I'm like, I'm done. My hands up. I'm out. Like, I'm just going to go be a coach. But luckily we threw our hat in the ring with one more company. And now it's been almost 8 years with this one company in particular. And in September, not only is it our 8-year anniversary with the company we're with, but 22 years ago in September is when I sat my very first meeting and was like, I hope this is legal. So, we really, I think because we've had so many experiences and a lot of people can relate to things we've been through, we attract a lot of people because of our story and because of how we show up on social. But we really did want to simplify the process. So we created this free social media prospecting and recruiting guide with scripts so that people could see what we teach our team and really the process we take people through. We have kind of it's not a funnel, but it's like a funnel where we simply add people to a group. We call it ATM. We created this system, with our leaders in our company, add, tag, message. So someone says, what is it? Tell me more. What's the product? What's the company? What's the opportunity? How's it work? Bop, 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 bop. We add them to a group. We tag them in a video. And then we, instead of doing Zooms and three-way calls, we do a group message on Facebook Messenger. So add, tag, message, and it's been a game changer. We have an international organization. Last year alone, we brought in 7,000 or 8,000 new distributors, 180,000 new customers last year, 75 million in sales. And it's been, for us, not just the income, right? Income is great, but it's been the freedom piece that I think so many of us love. When you have an online business and you're not doing all the home meetings and home parties and the weekly meetings and the three-way calls, and you can actually build your business anywhere you have an internet connection. And it doesn't matter if we're in California or we're in Italy or some other part of the world. Like, we can communicate with our team, we can work our business and not feel that pressure of like always having to be available to do the calls and the Zooms and the meetings, So anyway, I could go on a rant about this all day long.
That's why I love it. I love it. That's why I wanted you here for this topic this year in the magazine. And I'm sure you'll be seeing more of John's wisdom in the magazine in the future. And I'm going to be encouraging everyone, if you're watching this, check the link below for that free guide on how to participate in the ATM system, and find John on social media. His link will be here too. John, I am grateful on behalf of all the subscribers to the Network Marketing Magazine that you were able to spend some time with us today. What you said was brilliant. I think you hit on every aspect of the cons of network marketing that can be there, as well as the pros that, if done correctly, we all get to enjoy. Yeah. Thank you. Give my love to Nadya, and I'm looking forward to having you back soon.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
Thanks. Take care. Bye. Bye.